highest bite forces on the...
Oh wait, I didn't know that that's what a gorilla's teeth looks like. I thought they have like normal human teeth. Ah! Okay, I'm gonna play it now.
100 men or 1 gorilla? Well, to get your answer,
Wait, can you answer this one before we know what is the actual answer? 100 men versus 1 gorilla. A gorilla will still win. That is where my bet is. Definitely the people. Well, I think it's a gorilla now. Or maybe I'm too crazy, I guess.
we're gonna have to look at our fighters for the most anticipated cage match of 2025. And in the red corner, standing at an impressive 6 feet tall and weighing a...
Kinda caked up though. Look at him caked up. He's like me, we're both caked up.
220 kilos, we have one singular silverback gorilla.
Yay!
Stepping into the ring to settle the score against humanity for what we did to Harambe, this fighter is bringing some impressive physical strength, capable of lifting up to 800 kilos of weight, meaning...
What? 800 kilograms? Wait, if it reaches 100 kilograms, what is it called now? Is it called megagram? Kilogram? Macrogram? But 1,000 kilograms is a ton. Ow. Sorry, that is apparently a ton. I was kind of stupid.
That if it gets its hands on you, a gorilla is more than capable
it's so caked
of
up
picking
now.
you up and doing you the same way that Hulk did Loki.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Now, on top of being stronger than Eddie Hall, they also have an unreal reach advantage with a 2.6 meter wingspan, which is a fairly major problem because a right hook from a gorilla produces 2,700 pounds of force. To put that into perspective, the human skull shatters at 1,400.
Yeah.
So if Winston hits you with a haymaker, your head is going to pop like a watermelon. And with the cage fight following the Mortal Kombat rule set, we can also factor in the gorilla's bite. Because despite being a pretty gentle herbivore
they bite?
in the wild,
Was
they
it
have
bite?
one of the highest bite forces on the...
Oh wait, I didn't know that that's what a gorilla's teeth looks like. I thought they have like normal human teeth. Okay, I'm gonna play it now.
Planet at 1,300 PSI.
What?
That is
PSI?
100 PSI more than a polar bear. And now with our fighter statistics out of the way, let's get down to business. Can our gorilla win a fight against the 100 average men in the blue corner? Place your bets. Let's see who comes out on top. Yeah, look, I'm going to keep it real with you. Even with those stats, Winston here is getting bodied. I'm sorry, he's going back to the spawn room. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. Directly to hanging out with Harambe in heaven. 100 people. It's just...
Stop with the Harambe joke. First, I didn't know who Harambe was. I thought it was like a dog back then. Because everyone was like, R.I.P. Harambe. R.I.P. And I was like, ah, is that a dog? Is that why everyone is like saying R.I.P. blah blah blah? And then I was like, I told my friend before, like, they were like, oh, did you know about the Harambe thing? Like, I was like, yeah, why is everyone so... It's so popular in like social media and everything, and all I saw was like R.I.P. Harambe, and then it's a dog, right? And it was like, girl, it's not a dog. Girl, it's not a dog, okay? Ow!
However, not to say he's not going to take a few with him. My guess is one guy runs up and gets swatted across the cage like a toddler, shatters his ribs against the bars. The second guy gets grabbed by the leg and given the Hulk treatment. About 6 other guys cop swings to the head and die instantly from broken necks. One dumbass is probably going to try to hit him off the top rope and get done the same way that Omni-Man did Nightwing. But at that point, the crowd probably jumps in and realizes that there are still about 90 of them and it's over. Not that the
Well-
fight even needs to happen, but it wouldn't be the first time we lost a gorilla to human stupidity.
Oh my god. R.I.P. Harambe. Chat, say R.I.P. Harambe. Rest in peace. Rest in peace. That was so real.
A gorilla can't beat 100 men in a fight. He gets jumped. But that begs the question, which animal does win? And the
Wait.
answer, stepping into the ring at 5
Someone
meters
can do
long
that.
and weighing in at a genuinely frightening 4,500 kilos, I present to you the hippopotamus.
Huh? How?
look-
Wait, how is that gonna happen? Is Muding a hippo? Is Muding a hippopotamus? Wait, I don't remember. Wait, sorry, let me fix my head tracking. Oh my god! Oh my god, I'm so sorry. My forehead gets itchy with this because I am sweating. Oh my god, I'm sorry. My head. My head. Oh my god. Let's fix that.
A hippo causing
Wrong.
a 100 long line
Tingy.
at the gates of heaven after a fight is honestly pretty plausible. You see, despite
Yeah.
the fantastic PR work Mudang has
Yeah.
done for the hippopotamus community,
Yeah.
doesn't change the fact that Moto here is a sentient Ford F-150, the temperament of a fucking serial killer who can win this fight for one very specific reason. You can't
Yeah.
fucking hurt it. You say the
Yeah.
hippopotamus is possibly the tankiest land animal on the fucking planet, packing an unbelievably thick 2-inch hide. Now look, we all know 2 inches is a lot, especially in the
What?
sheets, but in the streets of the African savannah, this makes them practically Don't believe me?
Invincible.
Here is a hippopotamus walking away from 10 lions trying to convert it into a family meal. Notice how the hippopotamus does not give a single...
How?
If Mufasa and his extended family can't hurt it, neither can you. However, don't let the fact that it's walking away fool you here. The hippopotamus is not a peaceful animal. They are,
Whoa.
in fact, violent, psychopathic, 4.5-ton thundercats that can and will bite you in half.
Wait, what? Or maybe it's just that my brain has been rewind to see like someone that looks like Mudeng not be dangerous. Is it just me? I guess my brain got rewired to think like, oh, they don't look dangerous at all, because in my mind I was like, oh, they all look like Mudeng.
A hippo's jaw produces 2,000 psi of pure crushing force. So if
That
he
was
catches
even
your
more than
ass,
the gorilla.
you are the watermelon. And as if the hydraulic press wasn't bad enough,
Oh my
don't
God.
forget they've got 2 20-inch fangs in that mouth that'll put a hole in you
Whoa.
big enough to stick your f***ing arm through. But honestly, the
Oh my
bite
God.
doesn't even f***ing matter. It weighs 4.5 tons and can run at 30k an hour. Getting
What?
hit by a charging hippo is like getting hit by a f***ing bus. There is no way we are winning a fight against something that could probably take out 10 people just by rolling over.
Whoa.
In summary, don't
Bruh, I didn't know that hippopotamus is apparently that dangerous. I just thought they were kinda cute. Apparently, we're not supposed to get close to it.
Komodo dragons are horror villains. I mean,
Oh! Yeah, this is... I don't like how Komodo dragons look like, to be fair. Loki kind of freaks me out, too. They kind of freak me out, and they're kind of scary.
seriously, this industrial-sized lizard is easily one of the biggest assholes in the animal kingdom when it comes to hunting methods, packing a PhD in suffering and a double degree in biological warfare purely because they cannot be expending effort to hunt. You see, Godzilla's little cousin here is the largest lizard in the world, weighing up to 166 kilos and being a full 3.13 meters in length, which means, for the short kings in my audience, if you're brave enough, bang a motor transport right there.
I
Now,
mean, they
being the
low-key
reptile
look like the biggest lizard ever. Wait, isn't it a lizard or something?
Cadillac Escalade means that the Komodo dragon needs to consume a lot of calories to keep that bulk going. However, rather than using that bulk to proactively chase down and body slam its prey, they can take down prey 3 times their size because, as if being a reptilian tank was not enough, they are also venomous. And this isn't just your run-of-the-mill snake venom that, gives you a nice quick 15-minute death. No. A Komodo hunt starts with it running up to its prey and giving it a nice big chomp on the leg, injecting it with hemorrhagic venom. After biting, the Komodo dragon off and just sits there watching. The confused and bewildered animal runs off into the forest, leaking blood, allowing that Komodo dragon to track it like a DoorDash order. A week goes by, and that bite wound isn't closing because hemorrhagic venom prevents blood clots. So the animal is still slowly bleeding out, and the Komodo is still watching. More time passes. That bite wound gets infected because Komodos are carrion feeders, meaning that the inside of their mouth is full of enough rotting flesh and bacteria to give Asmongold a run for his money. The infection begins to drain the animal's strength, and the Komodo is still watching. Another week passes. The infection has spread.
That is so freaky.
And the flesh has begun to rot. And you best believe that ass lizard is still there watching like he's waiting for his meal to heat up in the microwave.
That is
Once the bleeding, disease-ridden animal becomes too exhausted to move on its own and collapses, the Komodo strolls over and eats it alive, shredding it into chunks if it's larger, or if it's small enough, swallowing it whole as it screams on the way down. Even for me, man,
was that real?
That's fucked.
Yeah, I don't get Komodos. I don't got just lame ass Gila monsters. Wait, let's play this one. I told you guys about the snake story earlier, so this is why I get freaked out now with snakes. Thank you, Australia. Thanks.
Introducing the inland taipan, and being the deadliest venom noodle in the world, I will give you exactly one guess as to where it's found.
Australia!
It's Australia, of course it's fucking Australia. Be so serious
of course,
here. Where the else did you think you were going to find it? Canada? More specifically, as the name suggests, the taipan is found inland in the outback. Luckily, extremely far from civilization, because this homicidal hospital hose is the definition of size doesn't matter. Because despite having extremely small fangs for a venomous snake, coming in at only 6.2 millimeters, the taipan is here to show you that you absolutely can feel less than an inch, because those fangs contain the statistically deadliest snake venom on the fucking planet. Yeah, taipan venom is a pina colada of pain, containing, but not limited to, hemotoxins to cause blood clots, myotoxins for paralysis and necrosis, nephrotoxins to shut down your kidneys, and 3 different kinds of neurotoxin. Needless to say.
Well, congratulations if you get bit by that. I have nothing to say, but yeah. Congratulations.
Say, if it bites you, you will get a headache, vomit up the entire contents of your stomach, collapse to the ground in agonizing pain, and then your heart and lungs will stop, sending you to meet God in under 15 minutes.
Yeah.
And that venom is so fucking potent that one bite contains enough toxin to do that to 100 people. But the funniest part of this snake's venom is that in the wild, they only hunt rats and mice. The deadliest venom on the planet, and they are using it to pack up Remy the rat. It's like hunting a rabbit with a fucking AWP.
Great news, I guess, that they hunt rats instead of people. But still, yeah, R.I.P. Remy, Stuart Little, R.I.P. Mickey Mouse, R.I.P. Minnie Mouse. Yeah.
Thing I've ever seen in my entire life.
Oh.
This snake can take your arm off.
'Tis but a scratch. Scratch?
Wait, what was the title? The world's nastiest snake bite. Snakes again. Of course. What do I expect
Introducing
from
the
Australia
Fertilants, a
anyways?
species of pit viper native to South America and Mexico, with this particular nope rope having quite possibly one of the nastiest f***ing bites in the world.
Yeah. Let's go.
This is a fairly major problem because this little has the temperament of an eshay at a train station, being incredibly aggressive and extremely territorial.
Both of you's give me your wallets and your shoes, bar, otherwise I'll cave your heads in right here, right now, bar.
In fact, this toxic garden hose is such an aggressive little within its range, it makes up an average of 50% of all snake bites.
Oh.
However, despite the huge number of attacks, it's only fatal in 6% of bites. So why is it such a problem? Just because you live the bite doesn't mean you'll want to. You see, when a Fertilance bites you, this massive viper sinks its
8
huge
feet.
inch-long fangs into your skin and injects you with 2
Oh.
teaspoons
Oh, that's
of venom.
kinda freaky.
You will at this point notice a little status effect bar appear on the bottom of your screen. Don't worry about that. That's a mystery mouse tool that'll hurt us later. Upon being bitten, your blood pressure immediately crashes lower than the stock market, and you start to feel very ill. The bite wound feels like you've been shot in the leg, you start sweating like someone's looking through your browser history, and then you start puking your guts up. Shortly followed by your collapse into the ground in agony. Now, Fertilance venom is hemorrhagic, so while you're having a frat boy moment on the ground, the venom is breaking down the walls of your blood vessels, causing massive internal bleeding. At the same time, it's seeping into your bloodstream, causing it to thicken and start throwing clots. But hey, you're in luck. You were with a buddy when you got bitten. They rush you to the hospital, and because it's such a common snake bite, they have the anti-venom.
Let me guess. Nothing is gonna happen though. Wait, is the anti-venom gonna work actually?
On hand and administer it immediately, counteracting the venom's effects.
Ooh.
There is just one problem. The mystery mouse tool is still there because anti-venom is not necromancy. So, all the dead tissue around the bite caused by the blood clots and internal bleeding, still very dead. In fact, it's so dead that it is rotting on your still alive body in a process called necrosis. I can't show you a photo of necrosis because it's genuinely disgusting, but to put it in a term you can understand, the snake applies scarlet rot.
Okay, so basically you're pretty much cut. You're pretty much cut now from everything. So yeah, congratulations. Congratulations if you get bit by that kind of snake. This is why snakes freak me out, bro. That is what my first thought is when I see snakes. I mean, who doesn't know?